Again, Kristen Morales, and I'm a Platinum Leader with Young Living. Today's a fun day. I'll share a little bit about that in just a moment with you, but I figured I would share with you some of my favorite oils while we give everyone just a couple minutes to hop on and just introduce yourself. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I'd love to see your comments as you're coming in. So I have a lot of favorite oils. How many of y'all have that problem where you just like love everything? I love everything. Ningxia Red is on the top of my list. I love the Thieves Household Cleaner. But my favorite oils lately have been the Great Day Protocol that Gary Young created, which is White Angelica, and the crowd goes wild because it's back in stock now, right? Harmony is right here. Love me some Harmony for just some balance. And also Valor. This one is actually one of the original Valors. I kind of stocked up back then. But I love the new Valor as well. It's just amazing and beautiful and smells great. And Joy is the other one. These are all part of the Great Day Protocol, which I find just super helpful when I'm building and working my business. Kim, welcome from Omaha, Nebraska. I know, right? All of them are just amazing. Some other favorites that I've had recently is Stress Away. This one's always a good one, especially when you're super duper excited to be joining in a very large group and going live. All of these oils come in handy. And this is my Abundance Roller, which is becoming a fast favorite. From Michigan, hey there, it's good to see you on. Well, again, my name is Kristen Morales, and I'm going to jump in and get started by sharing just a little bit about me, and then we'll dive right into some of these pillars that I have found super duper helpful in just sharing authentically as I share about these products with other people in my life. Again, I started my business when I started my journey at the same time. Boy, it got really bright in here all of a sudden. I look a little washed out. Hold on, let me see. Okay, maybe that's better. I started back in April of 2014, and we just jumped right into the business opportunity. I knew that the product was going to work. I knew it just made sense based on all the research I had done with food and herbs and spices and juicing, and so jumping into the oils just made sense for our family. But we did have our oily moments where it was like, oh my gosh, this really worked. And I hope you guys have all experienced an oily moment for yourself where you were like blown away at the fact that the products were working. I continue to get blown away, and it's just amazing. So we jumped right into the business. We jumped right into sharing very authentically. How can you not when you love a product and then you see other people who can benefit from them? Hey there, Jersey, good to see you. Good to see you. Well, I currently am really from anywhere we park our RV. Back in September, we sold our home in Rhode Island and started to pack up and just enjoy the journey. I picked up our RV right after Thanksgiving, and we've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. We're in Florida right now, getting ready to make a trek towards Texas next month. So really, really excited. Hey, Amber. And this business has afforded us the opportunity to do that. Actually, I'm really excited because our middle child, we have 3 children, 2 we still homeschool. Our oldest has given us the gift of 3 beautiful grandchildren, and our youngest is 14 and a half. But our middle child, his birthday was the other day, and he turned 16, and he was super excited to be able to get started on his own journey with Young Living as well. So we're in the process of that. So today's kind of a big day that we got to fill out some of that paperwork so he can have his own account with Young Living and get started on building residual income for himself and his future. That's a big benefit to this business. So I'd love to, as you're hopping in, just share with me your name and where you're from, and I'd love to just give some shout outs. Good to see you guys. We're going to dive right in. New York. Awesome. We're from all over the place. Isn't this great? I'm going to go back through this list, and I'm going to know right where I need to go visit, and I'll shout out to you guys. So we're going to dive into pillars of success. How many of you are like on script overload sometimes? You go to build your business and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many scripts. How do you know which one to use? And then how do you make it you? And if you make it you, which pieces are okay to take out? Which pieces are okay to change? What's important? What really is just fluff? That was something I struggled with in the beginning, and then quickly learned that there were some elements that needed to be there. So I just want to share with you first a saying that my dad said. My dad said that when we begin, we must follow recipes exactly in order to get a usable product. But with experience, we gain knowledge, and that lets us adapt our recipes to suit our needs. So this saying was something at work with regards to team building, but I think it applies true here. You know, sometimes we need to just dive into a script because that's when we learn, that's how we begin to develop and grow. And then from there, we use our experiences and we use our knowledge and we can adapt as we go along. Columbia City, Indiana, good to see you. Alabama, nice to see you guys. So first I want to say, don't get overwhelmed by those scripts that you see. Scripts are filled with great facts, great ideas, great stories, and we can use them and adapt with them. So from this, we're going to know exactly what is important to have. The truth is that no matter the script, no matter, you know, who you are, there's no like master script that's good for everybody because we're all unique individuals and we all have different points that just pull in our heartstrings. And really when we think about being authentic, we think about things that affect us on a personal level and sharing them back. And that's going to be different from one person to the next. And I love, love, love that Young Living has so many products to choose from. We've got Ningxia Red that people love and build their business just on Ningxia Red. We've got people that are loving the Savvy Minerals, and how awesome that next month we're going to see a Savvy Minerals starter set. Are you guys excited about that? Show me some hearts if you're excited about that. But that's a whole nother platform that you can build your business from. We've got, of course, the essential oils, but supplements. There are people that build their business on products that center around fitness enhancement. So there's so many ways you can build your business, which means there's going to be tons of different scripts. But these pillars are going to remain true no matter what. No matter what, these pillars are going to remain true. You're going to find them so helpful. So these are the pieces that we want to focus in on. There's 4 pillars, but we're going to give it a rooftop and a platform as well, right? So let's talk about the rooftop for just a second. So point number 1 is a rooftop, is that this is a lifestyle. Wellness is a lifestyle. It's using words like journey, linking arms as we set forth on this journey together. So when you're talking with people, try to incorporate words that suggest that this is a journey and a lifestyle, not a one-time thing where one product's just going to fix all your problems, because that just ain't true, y'all. Holistic is about being more than just one dynamic of our being. It's about so much more. And so using words that suggest it's a lifestyle. So how do you really do that? Is not only the words that we choose, but living it for yourself authentically. So how many of y'all have tried a new product in the last month? I'd love to hear what that product was. A new product that you probably tried this last month. What was it? Trying to think what I did. I just got the body wash, the base, and I'm getting ready to throw some new oils in there and try something new with that for a body wash, because I love all the body washes. But someone suggested throwing Abundance in that and then showering with Abundance body wash, right? Are you trying new things? What are some new things that you're trying in your business? Every month be trying new things in your business. In your lifestyle, so that way you can talk about it authentically when you're sharing with others, and it really does become a lifestyle for yourself. Are you on Essential Rewards? That's a big deal. Being on Essential Rewards is such a great way to be able to incorporate little by little every single month and still get some of your favorites that you're getting. And I really, really encourage you to get your Essential Rewards in the first half of the month. That way, as other things start to roll out, usually what I would do is I would do my Essential Rewards in the beginning of the month, and then the end of the month I would be redeeming points and ordering on quick order whatever else just came back in stock that I didn't want to wait till next month, because you know how things go out of stock sometimes. But that would give me, it felt like 2 months for my business, if that makes sense. But just using the approach of a lifestyle is critical in sharing authentically. The first pillar, we're going to go right into the first pillar. The first pillar of the 4 is your story. Your story is powerful. Your story is huge. Your story is yours. No one else can make that up. But stories sell. Facts only tell things. So incorporating your story when you share with others is important, and keep in mind who your audience is. So like if you're talking to a bunch of people who have retired, don't be talking about all the baby products, right? So be thinking and practicing and using all the products that you use in your lifestyle, and then using your real stories from your everyday product usage to share with other people. Your story is powerful. If you don't have your story yet, borrow a story from someone else, but be actively actively looking to build your story, and I know that you'll have one quickly as you begin to implement the products into your own life. But become a product of the product. That's going to help you to build your story. It's going to be your best friend in equipping you in knowledge. Remember, don't be the expert. No need to be the expert, right? That is like the worst mistake that you can make in building your business, is to appear to be the expert. You might be super knowledgeable, but don't be the expert, because it kind of is intimidating. I remember when I started, I would get really into the science of things and love to share that, but I realized quickly it can be intimidating to other people, and then other people feel like, gosh, I could never do that. So make it fun. Your story is the most important piece to have, but go back and remember, that's right, there's no script for your story, no script, but remember what it was like when you started. You know, when I first started, I was a little bit intimidated, but I was just ready, willing, and able to dive right in and learn from my mistakes. So remember where you started as you share with others. Okay, second pillar, ready? Is Young Living story. Young Living story is an absolute must-have along with your story when you share authentically with someone. Why? Because it sets us apart. The Young Living story tells people why Young Living. It tells people why you chose Young Living. Knowing that Young Living is the leader in this industry for more than 20 years is pretty impressive, y'all. Knowing that Young Living sets the standards and continuously raises the bar on the standards of what we're going to have in our oils is impressive, y'all. Knowing that Young Living owns their own farms, partners with their own farms, and has these standards for sourcing that is just, there's nothing like it, is really impressive, y'all. Share that. If you've been to a farm, share that story. If you've got pictures from a friend who's been to a farm, share that story. But the Young Living story is such a critical piece to share when you're sharing with other people. So get familiar with the seed to seal process and some of those things, because no one else has that story. Young Living's the only one with that story. And so that's one that you want to definitely be sharing with others. The transparency that you can go visit a farm, you guys. I've had the honor to visit the farm in Mona, Utah, to visit Gold Retreat. Where did we go? St. Mary's, Idaho, and then recently Ecuador, and see the farm there. And I can't even tell you, it has just blown my mind how amazing this company is, and that there isn't another one like it. So it's just something definitely to learn more about the seed to sale process and share it as part of your authentic story. So you got your story, the Young Living story, and then our third pillar is your meat and potatoes of your message. So this is where you get to have fun. So let's say you're having a savvy party. This is where you insert all your savvy information. Let's say it's a Ningxia Red party. Insert all your Ningxia Red information. A thieves party. Gosh, you guys, when I first started, I was so excited to share with everybody everything. And so I would start scheduling classes and events and sharing appointments with people centered around things I knew nothing about. And my intention and purpose was, between that time and the time the class would be held, I would go learn all the things I could possibly learn. And I still laugh about it now, but it's so amazing. Those first few classes with the Thieves product and the Ningxia Red especially, we literally sat around, smelt and passed around the product, tasted it, whatever, and watched YouTube videos from the ningxiared.com and things like that the company had out. We would just watch the YouTube videos together, and then we talk about it after. It was so much fun, but that was the meat and potatoes. Our team built our businesses and grew very quickly with DIY classes. We did a ton of DIY make and take type classes, but we used this structure centered around it. So your story, the Young Living story, then we talked about the products we were making with the DIY and had a great time with that. You could also put in here if you had like a what's next type class, but you still had non-members coming. This would be another great thing to incorporate in that. But your meat and potatoes would go right there as your third pillar. Some examples of things that you can be sure to mention just to kind of incorporate the lifestyle, and I'll share some of these notes after. But some of the things you can mention are that when you think about the lifestyle, the overarching umbrella there is that we have oils, we have personal care products, we have supplements, we have a kids line, seedlings line, and pet care line, DIY mentions, household cleaning, food. We even have food, y'all, and Ningxia Red. So one of the things that I try to do is, like, if I'm doing a 101 type class and we're just kind of breaking out some of the oils in the kit, I will when I talk about peppermint, for instance, I might mention that I love, love, love the peppermint facial scrub for my face. And it kind of just highlights, hey, we have a skincare line too, while we're talking about the oils. Or like when we hit pan away, and I like to talk about the wintergreen, and then I might mention, you know what, we have a product that has wintergreen in it, our Cool Azul Pain Cream, which is an over-the-counter product, which is awesome. So it's kind of a nice little way to introduce some of the other lines without going down that bunny trail, but just to kind of broaden that this really is a lifestyle. It's not just about essential oils. I think a lot of people get really excited when they hear that because they didn't know. So our fourth pillar, let's see, make sure I didn't miss any questions or comments. Hey, you had someone stop you while going through a script. Tell me why I should use it. Right? Don't you love it? People really do want to know, Kimberly. They really do want to know why I am choosing this, because they are trusting in us. And when people choose a company and it's been by referral, they're basing it on their trust in you, not their trust in something that they don't know. It's their trust in you. And so the minute that we're not authentic, we're going to lose trust. And that's fake. Who wants to be fake anyway, right? Okay, fourth pillar is our call to action. Call to action. A class is incomplete. A sharing appointment with a friend over coffee is incomplete. It doesn't even matter if you don't give them an action step. So the call to action is a critical piece that I think sometimes we can totally miss along the way and shoot ourselves in the foot. So be ready for a non-member or a member alike. Know what kind of calls to action that there can be. Such as, if they're not a member, start your journey. Here's some kit options, right? Why not get started with me today? Be confident in that. Be confident in that. Let's say they have their kit. Loyalty program. Why not get started on your Essential Rewards wellness program like today? Why not, right? I recently had an inactive member reactivate. And before we put through their order, I looked at him and I said, look, I know you've been inactive for almost 2 years. We're placing an order, but I don't want you to miss out. Why don't we go ahead and get you on Essential Rewards? And I took an inactive member to an Essential Rewards reactivating member by that presentation with confidence. With confidence, you can do that. Believe in it yourself. Share authentically. Your results are going to show for it. Let's say they're on the loyalty program. Referral benefits. Did you know that by referring a friend, because we all have friends, we've all got family members that are probably watching what we're doing, right? Why not refer them right to Young Living? Because if we're talking about oils and we're not referring our friends to Young Living, chances are they're going to a lot of places they shouldn't be going to buy oils that aren't going to give them the same results, right? So talk about the referral benefits to many people that aren't interested in the business by just letting them know that there is that middle option. They don't have to build a business, but they can refer a friend and I'm going to help take care of them, right? Let them know that. That's a great call to action. And then finally, a fourth call to action is, why not join me on this path to freedom, financial freedom, wellness freedom, the flexibility for our future? You guys, oh my gosh, 4 years ago, nearly 4 years ago when we started, getting started was not an easy journey. And we made the decision. We said, you know what? Our health and wellness, it's worth something. It's worth something. I'd rather pay for it on the front end than pay for it on the back end, right? And we reached a point where as we got going in our business, my husband had been working so many hours. He was working so many hours, you guys. There was one stretch of time that it was a couple of weeks. It was almost 3 weeks before he had a day off during a holiday season with retail. And I just said, you know what? We can't do this as a family. We need our family whole, you guys. You guys need your families whole and complete. And flexibility in our schedule, flexibility to be the family that God called us to be, flexibility to financially choose and make decisions based on what we're called to do, not what we have to do, because it's all we have, has been the things we've gone after. And so this business, I'm so grateful for it, because today, we get to travel wherever we want, visit and see the sites, do things from our rig right here, be together, play games, explore the area, but be there for one another. And that's just something that's priceless. And I'm grateful for that. And so why not, as a business builder, would we not share that with someone else along the way? Don't you want that freedom and flexibility for other people? So having that call to action is so critical, y'all. So that's the fourth pillar, is the call to action. And then the foundation, and this kind of wraps us up. So we've got our overarching umbrella is that this is a lifestyle. And our first pillar, which is your story. The second pillar, which is the Young Living story. The third pillar, which is the meat and potatoes of your message. And then the fourth pillar, which is the call to action. So finally, all of this is built on a foundation of integrity and authenticity. It's by doing that, you've embraced the lifestyle yourself by using a variety of the products. You're on Essential Rewards yourself. You're working in your strengths. You're working in your passions. You're sharpening your skills. You're linking arms with other like-minded individuals who are going to build you up and not tear you down. And you're going to go after that with all the integrity and authenticity. And with that, those who come behind you will do so in the same manner. And by doing that, you're going to build a legacy and a team of all the qualities and character traits that are noble and good. So I just want to encourage you. Confidence is preparation. Everything else is beyond our control. So prepare for your sharing appointments, whether they're just casual or they've been planned. Prepare for them by having these pillars just simply in your heart and mind, by living it out. And your business is going to thrive as a result. And you'll feel really authentic as you go out and set your mind to working on this business and sharing with others. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for letting me join in here for a few minutes. And I'm so thankful